Welcome to our Hong Kong Brief Show, where we dive into the latest and most intriguing news stories. Let's get started with today's roundup, shall we? First up, we've got a bit of a diplomatic shuffle as China's ambassador to Canada, Song Peiwu, wraps up his posting. This comes at a curious time as senior Canadian diplomats make their way to China, hoping to smooth over the wrinkles in their relationship. It's like watching a carefully choreographed dance, but with passports and diplomatic notes instead of tutus and ballet shoes. Next, we're taking a peek into Hong Kong's ambitious dive into the world of art tech. With a hefty investment and visions of blending technology with art, the city is on a quest to redefine cultural experiences. But, as with any grand plan, there's a bit of head-scratching over what exactly art tech means. It's like trying to nail jelly to a wall, a fascinating, albeit slightly chaotic, endeavor. And for our final piece of the day, Hong Kongers are getting more options when it comes to checking their credit scores. A new scheme is set to introduce a bit of healthy competition among credit reference agencies. It's like suddenly having more than one flavor of ice cream to choose from, a small but significant victory for consumers. So, stay tuned as we dive deeper into these stories. Please continue watching for detailed content. In a diplomatic shuffle that has captured the attention of international observers, the Globe and Mail reports that China's ambassador to Canada, Song Peiwu, has concluded his tenure in Ottawa. This departure comes at a pivotal moment when Canada's Deputy Foreign Affairs Minister, David Morrison, is embarking on a significant visit to China. The aim? To address a slew of pressing issues including the illegal trade of fentanyl and its precursor chemicals, signaling a potential thaw in the frosty relations that have characterized the two nations' interactions since late 2018. Song's exit marks a notable moment in the diplomatic landscape, coinciding with efforts to reset the somewhat strained ties between Canada and China. Meanwhile, the South China Morning Post sheds light on Hong Kong's ambitious, yet somewhat nebulous, venture into the realm of art tech. With a hefty 100 million Hong Kong dollars, $12.8 million, allocation from the government aimed at nurturing this emerging sector, the initiative has sparked both excitement and confusion. Art tech, a broad and somewhat elusive term, encompasses a variety of technologies including artificial intelligence, AI, virtual reality, augmented reality, and non-fungible tokens, NFTs. These technologies promise to revolutionize the presentation of art and cultural experiences. However, despite the significant investment and a flurry of projects, exhibitions, and events, the industry's development has been hampered by a lack of clear goals and vision. Experts argue that for art tech to truly flourish, a more defined framework and understanding of its scope are essential. Adding another layer to Hong Kong's dynamic evolution, the South China Morning Post highlights a groundbreaking shift in the consumer credit landscape. The introduction of the Credit Data Smart program marks a significant move towards fostering competition and enhancing service quality within the consumer credit reference industry. For the first time, Hong Kongers will have the option to access services from multiple credit reference agencies, CRAs, a departure from the previous monopoly held by TransUnion. This new model will allow consumers to obtain a free credit report from 3 different CRAs: Nova Credit, Ping An OneConnect Credit Reference Services Agency, and TransUnion once every 12 months. This initiative not only promises to democratize access to credit information, but also aims to provide more secure and reliable consumer credit reference services to the market. The move is hailed as a positive step towards promoting financial transparency and competition, reflecting Hong Kong's commitment to embracing innovation and safeguarding consumer rights. These developments, spanning diplomatic shifts, technological innovations, and financial reforms, highlight the complex and ever-evolving landscape in Canada, China, and Hong Kong. From the departure of a key diplomatic figure to the ambitious yet challenging pursuit of art tech and the overhaul of consumer credit services, these narratives underscore the ongoing transformations within these societies. As they navigate these changes, the implications for diplomatic relations, cultural industries, and consumer rights are profound, signaling a future ripe with both challenges and opportunities. In the bustling world of global investments, there's a tidal wave that many seem to be overlooking, according to Fred Hu, the founder of Primavera Capital, as reported by the South China Morning Post. This wave, as Hu describes, is none other than China's burgeoning middle class, a demographic segment that's growing in affluence and sophistication, and yet remains underappreciated by global investors. Despite the challenges that have rocked the property sector in China, consumer spending, along with the services, technology, and innovation sectors, continue to exhibit robust growth. Hu is particularly optimistic about the rise of domestic brands and the burgeoning opportunities in the healthcare industry, spurred by this middle-class expansion. However, he doesn't shy away from acknowledging the risks that pervade the Chinese market, including economic uncertainties and the government's tightening scrutiny, which have notably dampened investment flows into the country. Meanwhile, in a creative endeavor that bridges the world of art with the deep bonds between humans and their pets, the South China Morning Post brings us the story of Kingsley Ng Shu King, a Hong Kong artist with a unique vision. Ng is in the process of collecting fur from pets, including cats, dogs, rabbits, and guinea pigs, to create an art installation that promises to be as touching as it is innovative. This installation, envisioned as a solar system of fur balls, aims to explore and celebrate the special relationships humans share with their animal companions. Slated for exhibition at the Center for Heritage Arts and Textile, CHAT, at the Mills in Tsuen Wan in August, Ng's project invites pet owners to participate in grooming workshops. These workshops are not only an opportunity to contribute fur to the artwork, but also serve as a platform to learn more about pet care, fostering a deeper connection between pets and their owners. Across the Pacific, the future of TikTok, a social media app that has become a cultural phenomenon in the United States, hangs in the balance. As the BBC reports, U.S. lawmakers are poised to vote on a bill that could potentially force ByteDance, TikTok's parent company, to divest its U.S. operations or face a ban. The crux of the matter lies in concerns over the privacy and security of millions of American users' data, which critics fear could end up in the hands of the Chinese government. ByteDance, however, maintains that it operates independently of China and argues against a ban on TikTok. The debate over TikTok's fate is emblematic of the broader tensions between Beijing and Washington, touching on issues of free speech, data security, and geopolitical rivalry. Should ByteDance be compelled to sell TikTok, the company faces a conundrum. The app is its crown jewel, potentially valued at up to $100 billion. Yet, the political risks and regulatory uncertainties clouding its future in the U.S. could significantly impact its valuation and liquidity. These stories, spanning the realms of finance, art, and technology, underscore the complex interplay of economic opportunities, creative expression, and political tensions in a rapidly changing global landscape. From the untapped potential of China's middle class to the innovative ways in which art can deepen our connections with the animal world, to the uncertain future of a beloved social media platform, these narratives invite us to explore the diverse facets of our interconnected world. In the intricate web of global finance, hedge funds and international investors are sounding the alarm over a recent jolt from the East. Bloomberg reports that the heart of the commotion is the default of Chinese education behemoth, XJ International Holdings. Despite the company's robust growth, it failed to honor its obligations on convertible bonds in March, sending shockwaves through the investment community. The aggrieved parties, including notable names like Oasis Management and PAG, have taken a bold step by filing a winding-up petition against XJ International. This move is not just about recovering losses, it's about sending a message. It underscores the precarious nature of investing in Chinese corporate bonds, especially in the wake of a spate of defaults triggered by the country's real estate downturn. The staggering figure of over $100 billion in offshore bond defaults since 2021 paints a grim picture of the risks involved. Meanwhile, in a courtroom far from the financial markets turmoil, a different kind of drama unfolds. The Associated Press brings to light the unique challenges of high-profile legal battles, as seen in Donald Trump's hush money trial. The presiding judge has taken an unusual step to protect the identities of potential jurors, specifically barring the media from reporting on their places of employment. This directive came hot on the heels of concerns raised by a juror about the potential fallout from her participation in the trial. The fear of being outed and the subsequent dismissal of the juror highlight the delicate balance courts must maintain between transparency and privacy. This scenario underscores the complexities of administering justice in cases that capture the nation's attention. Across the globe, diplomatic tensions simmer as the United States and China navigate a fraught relationship. The South China Morning Post sheds light on the anticipation surrounding U.S. Secretary of State Antony Blinken's visit to China. The trip, aimed at smoothing over the wrinkles in Sino-American relations, might hit a snag over economic disputes. Before Blinken's plane even touches down, there's a cloud of disappointment brewing over Beijing. The cause? A proposed tariff increase and an investigation by the White House into what it deems unfair trade practices by China. These moves have set a tense backdrop for discussions that were hoped to cover critical issues, from the conflict in Ukraine to turmoil in the Middle East. As Blinken embarks on this diplomatic mission, the stakes are high, and the outcome uncertain, highlighting the intricate dance of international relations where economic policies and diplomatic efforts are closely intertwined. Each of these stories, from the financial markets of China to the courtrooms of the United States and the diplomatic corridors between Washington and Beijing, reflects the complex interplay of economics, law, and international relations. Investors grapple with the unpredictability of foreign markets, judges navigate the challenges of high-stakes trials, and diplomats strive to bridge divides between superpowers. Together, they paint a vivid picture of a world where the decisions of companies, courts, and countries have far-reaching implications, underscoring the interconnectedness of our global community. In a world where the past and present collide in the most unexpected ways, the summer of 2023 promises to be an unforgettable season, especially for fans of royal history and cinematic exploration. From the elegant gowns of Princess Diana making their way to auction to the compelling yet criticized portrayal of a dystopian America in Alex Garland's Civil War, the spectrum of cultural narratives continues to expand, challenging our perceptions and inviting us to delve deeper. Meanwhile, geopolitical tensions find their reflection in the automotive world, with U.S. lawmakers raising alarms over Chinese auto tech in military bases, a move that underscores the intricate web of technology, security, and international relations. On a different note, Yahoo US brings to light The Hollywood Reporter's review of Alex Garland's Civil War, a film that ventures into the dark possibilities of America's future. The movie, set against a backdrop of political and social collapse, explores the harrowing outcome of a civil war in the United States. Despite its powerful imagery and portrayal of an interracial coalition navigating a war-torn America, the film has been criticized for its failure to delve into the root causes of such a catastrophic conflict. The review argues that by not addressing the underlying reasons for the war, the film misses an opportunity to resonate more deeply with its audience, especially in a time when the threat of division feels all too real. In the realm of technology and security, Bloomberg reports on a pressing issue that has caught the attention of U.S. lawmakers: the potential security risks posed by internet-connected vehicles equipped with Chinese technology on U.S. military bases. Citing a Commerce Department investigation, lawmakers are urging the Pentagon to ban such vehicles, highlighting concerns over data and cybersecurity vulnerabilities. The technology in question, including LiDAR, a remote sensing technology, is feared to be a gateway for espionage and data breaches. This move echoes China's own restrictions on Tesla cars and certain government and military sites, underscoring the global nature of security concerns in the age of connected technology. As these narratives unfold, from the auction of Princess Diana's elegant attire to the cinematic exploration of America's potential for internal conflict, and the geopolitical tensions manifesting in the automotive industry, we are reminded of the complex tapestry of human experience. These stories, each significant in its own right, invite us to reflect on our shared history, our current realities, and the future we are shaping. Whether through the lens of fashion, film, or technology, the summer of 2023 is poised to be a season of profound engagement with the world around us. In the ever-turbulent world of global markets, a fresh wave of unrest stemming from the Middle East sent shockwaves through stocks, as reported by Yahoo US. This geopolitical tension not only dragged stocks lower but also propelled oil prices and haven assets skyward. The ripple effect was felt across treasuries, with the 10-year yield dipping around 10 basis points, providing a stark reversal to the recent selling pressure that had been mounting. Amidst this financial maelstrom, the dollar index saw an uptick, a testament to its status as a safe harbor in times of uncertainty. Other bastions of security, including the Swiss franc, yen, and gold, also saw their fortunes rise, as investors scrambled to reallocate resources in a bid to weather the storm. On a different note, the hedge fund Bervan Howard, as Bloomberg reports, has embarked on a significant restructuring effort, which includes the reduction of its workforce by approximately 10% or about 100 employees. This move, aimed at cost reduction, has seen about 20 traders being let go, with the axe falling predominantly on the firm's back office and technology staff. This decision comes on the heels of a thorough review of the business, impacting staff across the globe. Despite this contraction, Bervan Howard is not retreating entirely from expansion, particularly in burgeoning areas such as digital assets and commodities, where it continues to bolster its trading ranks. Meanwhile, in Hong Kong, a dramatic unfolding of events saw the arrest of 3 individuals linked to a staggering 1.8 billion Hong Kong dollars, $231 million, money laundering scheme, as detailed by the South China Morning Post. This elaborate operation involved a cryptocurrency platform and the bank accounts of several shell companies, which were noted for their abnormally frequent and large transactions. These transactions were particularly suspicious given the company's lack of tax records, import and export declarations, or even physical addresses. Among the arrested, 2 suspects were responsible for handling a significant portion of the funds through the cryptocurrency platform, with one individual managing 760 million Hong Kong dollars, or 40% of the total involved. The scheme's complexity was further highlighted by the involvement of a woman who managed an even larger share of 900 million Hong Kong dollars, while the 2 male suspects handled the remainder, illustrating the intricate web of financial deceit spun around this cryptocurrency platform. These stories, spanning from the global financial markets response to geopolitical tensions to the internal restructuring of a major hedge fund, and culminating in a high-stakes money laundering operation, paint a vivid picture of the dynamic and often unpredictable nature of the financial world. Each narrative, whether it's the market's skittish reaction to unrest in the Middle East, Bervan Howard's strategic downsizing amidst expansion into new territories, or the meticulous unraveling of a sophisticated money laundering scheme in Hong Kong, offers a unique glimpse into the complex interplay of economics, technology, and law enforcement on the global stage. Thank you for tuning in. The content above showcases the latest briefing reports and analytical synopses, thoughtfully curated by the 6Do team. These insights stem from a wide array of reputable media outlets, think tanks, government sources, and specialized experts worldwide. We encourage you to explore these sources for a comprehensive perspective. Keep in mind that while the content may not always align with the official standpoint of 6Do Brief, it's not meant to be taken as absolute directives for decision-making. Comprising seasoned media professionals, learned scholars, and accomplished scientists, the 6Do team embodies a trailblazing, fully independent media entity. To customize 6Do Brief to meet your professional needs, you have the option to subscribe to a diverse array of briefings on our website, 6dobrief.com. Regardless of your location, you can conveniently receive 6Do Brief via email.